It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio. Jimmy is chomping at the bit over there. What do you got, Jimmy?
Well, me and Kyle were just insulting each other.
Oh, it's just they're just very hurtful.
No, because Jimmy put up a great suggestion. You guys left off my manager, and he's got some wild tales from his trips. And then I mentioned, yeah, let's bring my accountant in, you jackass.
But no, see, that's
Shut
where
your mouth.
That's where you're wrong, though, man. I've heard these stories from Jonathan. The guy's fucking insane.
Yeah, he's got to be a fucking arms dealer.
It's not like he's going to Vegas or to Yosemite. Yosemite. This guy is like, he's got pictures of African kings going by with armed guards as he's on the side of the road for the parade.
He's like Jay Peterman from Seinfeld.
Yeah,
you know that show.
It's not exactly. Yeah, it's not exactly like.
My mate,
there must be an
bring it up
arms
again.
dealer.
Huh?
Excuse me, he's a guy that sells 700 Sundays in Sierra Leone. So I'm really not that blown away.
Well,
Sierra Leone.
He went to
Mr. Corleone.
Michael Corleone.
Michael Corleone.
He just travels a lot. So I was just mentioning that, and as we were talking, Colin just was saying, why don't you bring on your accountant? And he was dismissing me by not looking at me with his fucking awful middle finger pointed at me.
Yeah.
Which I thought was
Why the
definitely
anger?
disrespectful.
Well, here's the thing about Jim. As you guys know, I spoke to you guys briefly at the Pat Cooper roast, and I said I really discussed it with Jim. And as you know, I'm only half joking when I say things like that.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that. Here's what bothers me about Jim.
What?
Okay, I've mentioned this to him before. Okay, we're in the car one day, and I was probably singing him. He drives me uptown in his crummy car, non-celebrity car.
The fancy caddy. What are you talking about?
It's a caddy.
The key is I drove you uptown.
Obviously, you haven't taken a ride with Jimmy in a while. Camry Caddy.
It's a Camry caddy. It looks like a Camry. It feels like a Camry, and nobody knows it's a caddy unless you say it. Caddy actually took the insignia off. So we're in the car, me, him, and his girl. And, and so maybe I was singing him a little hard. You forget sometimes because we're comedians and we bust balls. But when you call Jimmy, I kept calling him an ugly creep and how he's worked out to look mediocre. And I forget that, even though we're comedians, we bust balls, probably his childhood had a lot of pain and horror, as it should have. So suddenly, here we are, me being a snide kind of idiot. His girlfriend sitting there probably politely putting up with it. And then Jim outbursts, goes, so what about you? You act like you were at 10 when you were younger. You weren't that great looking. Just with total anger and holding in this nonsense.
Wrong. No.
And I was like, first of all, I never thought I was a 10. I was a hard 7. He goes, you were fucking 6.
No.
He actually thought I was the
I'm not gonna, you will not make a monologue out of this. No, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying or he's deluded.
Statement?
No,
this is
because
my opening statement.
It's a 40-minute dissertation. That's not true. It's a falsehood. You're spreading falsehoods.
No, it's not.
I wasn't angry. Here's what Colin does.
He was angry at outburst.
Believe me, I wasn't mad. Me and my girlfriend still laugh at that house. She's like, what did Colin say he was that day? I'm like, a hard 7. But Colin acts like he's fucking 10 pounds away from the glory days. Like he was fucking...
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, all right, 140. He acts like he was beautiful, and he was not a bad-looking guy. But
that's all I said. I never thought I was
you act
looking.
like you were gorgeous.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that he thinks that.
But no, it's true.
First of all, even if it had been true, which I know how I really thought, but even if I did think that, why wouldn't you let an old man have his own delusion?
Because you're not that much older than me.
He screamed.
I didn't scream at you.
The amount of anger there, and here's my other point, okay? Here's my other point, which I do.
What other point? You haven't made one to begin with.
All right, here's my first and only point.
And he is a lot older than you.
He's 10 years older than me.
I'm 48.
Yeah. I'm 39. You're 9 years older than me.
But in entertainment years, Colin is a hell of a lot older than you.
Yeah, but here's what bothers me.
Nothing.
The fact that he's angry about that.
It's true.
That was pretty funny, I thought.
Well, I didn't think it was an insult, but apparently it was.
Go ahead, Colin.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that Jim, right after his last special, goes to the club every night because it's almost like, hey, man, I'm a gym rat. I just work at stand-up. You're a compulsive ass.
Oh,
Take a few weeks off, shut up, and let me finish.
No.
Now, quit at your...
I'll tell you why. I'm not a gym rat.
You think to yourself, hey, I'm a guy that just blue-collar, I take my lunch pail into the club every night with your fake humility, and I'm putting a stop to it today. Right
Why?
now.
I don't want people... Here's the
Shut
thing.
your face!
Hold on. No. Here's
You're
the thing.
compulsive. Take a few weeks off and just breathe.
I'm compulsive. Have you ever seen yourself in front of a buffet?
Oh, that was hurtful.
Of course it was. But it's not true. The reason I do it is because...
I don't think a buffet way.
I know. I couldn't think of a better way to say
It was
food.
good.
But the bottom line is I don't want people coming out after seeing the HBO special and seeing the same shit. They're going to get pissed off. It's selfish. I want to make
I
more
think what
money.
Colin's trying to say, though, you don't seem to enjoy all the success at
But
times.
I do enjoy the success.
No,
I
that's
love
not what I'm
doing
saying.
stand-up.
I'm
Is that a
trying to
chore?
stop any enjoyment of the success.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
want him to enjoy it.
If he has any chance of enjoying it, I'm putting a stop to it now. That's
Oh,
really
dude,
what I'm
look,
trying
another
to do.
chewed pen. The fucking they keep chewing the pens. You want to
chewing
keep?
pens?
I don't know. Whoever it is going
What
to
are you
get.
doing?
Oh, he's putting it up his
There you go.
ass.
Whoever chews pens, enjoy the chewed pen.
Oh,
fucking
God.
cunt. And you chew on that shit.
Ew.
No, wait a minute.
Yes, that's shit, all right.
Jim, you have to be careful with that kind of behavior.
No, I don't like. I want to do new stuff, so I was done with the set in June, and I started doing new stuff. You don't do the same material. People come out and see me, they fucking not going to see the same act.
You know what?
First of
He's a
all-
little. I'm picking up something here.
What?
I don't want to completely bash
Besides jealousy?
Jimmy, but no.
Jump in, please.
I'm picking up something. I think Jimmy is assuming that everyone has seen the HBO special.
Yeah, you're right.
So that
one
he's
has
got to
seen
get
it.
new material because when they go out, everyone that's there has seen his old material.
No one has seen it, but it's more than that.
Not everyone, no. But I do think that a good amount of people will come who have seen it. Hold on.
We're trying to change the subject.
Can I address my friend?
I think there's truth in
Yes.
both.
No, I don't assume
I
everyone
really
has
do.
seen it. Believe me, I would love to be able to just live off that for another year, but you
That's
can't.
not what I'm saying.
What?
What I'm saying is that you think you fancy yourself a humble gym rat that goes down to the club and just works it out. And I want you to stop coming to the club, and if I see you there again, I'm going to punch you in the snout.
Well, you're never there. What are you talking about, you fucking
Well, if I
lonely
decide-
psychopath?
If I decide to go there.
You know, you're writing a manifesto like fucking Ted Kaczynski. You're never there. He's just in front of his computer railing about technology and Jews and the fucking lesbians that run show business. What are you talking about? How do you know where I am?
He's starting to leave the house again.
He's fucking...
That's right, I'm here, aren't I?
You were an agoraphobic creep. You had to, because Mazzilli threatened to fire you if you didn't fucking plug. You probably had 8 tickets sold. He's like, go on the radio. No one knows you're at our club.
Oh,
But that's why he's here to plug. It's fine.
The hurt that is going on over here.
There's no hurt at all. That's where you have to go out and plug when you're doing a gig.
Oh, do you believe this idiot's trying to act like Mr. Pragmatic? Shut your mouth
But
right
it's the
now.
truth. It's reality.
Yeah.
I am a very pragmatic, which I think means realistic, guy. I'm not exactly sure what pragmatic means.
Colin, what's going
Hopefully
on
it means
here?
fun and joyful.
what's going on with Colin?
Well, actually, what Jimmy's saying is semi-correct in that I have been writing my manifestos.
Okay.
But they're not really against anything in particular. It's just basically it's a compilation. You know, I have like what happened was I got ahead of myself psychologically and wrote thousands and thousands of pages. So my apartment looks a little bit like Kaczynski-esque, a high.
A little bit like Beautiful Mind.
Yeah,
Just
And I
notes
wrote
stuck to the
pages.
walls with strings connecting bits together.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. So I've been trying to organize it, but it's very difficult. I wish I had like I fantasize about having like a really efficient Asian like assistant, you know.
Oh.
Yes, in stockings and of course the other part of it.
Yes,
but
and male.
you know. But I'm just that's what I've been going on with me, you know.
Why don't you get yourself a trapper keeper? I used to use those to organize when I was a trapper. Or the 5-section dunk book.
But I got like so many, you know what I mean? I was like it is like it's gone a little out of my control.
And
Yeah.
what is this thing going to be? A book
Well, it's
someday?
like 10 books. It's just so many things. It's too many pages of things.
Wow.
Are you being serious for once?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So
You
weird.
just sit there and you're typing away.
No, his I don't like is I just go to Opie like Opie's like, so you got all the stuff like you're really trying to like I was like Opie understands. It's like I got him and he goes, you being serious? I go, yeah. He goes,
Well-
it was weird.
It's weird.
Weird.
It's weird when you get serious, Colin.
Oh, I thought you meant it was
You're
weird
very-
that I have all my thousands
You're
of
very
pages.
you're very protective.
Yes, you
We
are.
only see one side of you, the sarcastic side.
We don't get to see the real sweet
We don't get
Colin.
to see the sweet Colin.
You have
Well-
a big fat shell around you.
Looks like I picture you crying alone in your apartment some nights.
No, not really crying. You know, there's a lot more anger than me. Than,
Chewing the inside of his mouth like a coke addict.
yeah, there's a lot more. You know,
We're just trying to see other sides
I
of
can't
you
imagine
today.
myself. Yeah,
This is
doing
kind of an
anything.
intervention. You didn't realize what you stepped into
Well,
today.
I'm just trying to say, like, I don't see myself as hurting myself before really damaging a lot of people.
a lot of other people. Sure.
My own analysis of it, you know.
Really, you don't like when I was in your 30th floor apartment and he steps over the rail and he's kind of hanging on and letting go for a second?
Did you
weren't
really?
doing
Yes,
that.
he was.
That's cool.
Yes, he was.
36th floor.
And doing like the
Yes.
where you let go, fall backwards, and then grab the rail. All right, Colin,
Well,
that's
I've
a
always been
problem.
like that.
That's a bit.
No,
of a
that's
I
problem.
used to do that
That's
on
cool.
Tough Crowd. I'd lean out the window and hang on.
From what? The fucking, on the set?
17th floor. No, the office on the 17th floor.
Why would you
Wait,
do
wait,
that?
wait. Could you slow down a minute?
That's crazy.
Whose apartment was this?
His.
My
So you have an
apartment.
outdoor space?
He's a balcony.
balcony, and he was on the outside of the railing?
Yes, he stepped outside the railing and he's like letting go for it. Not going back that far.
That's
because the arms stick up.
hilarious.
He's just a
What were you
little bit.
hoping for? A really good reaction from your friends?
Well, you know what I was hoping for? Butterfingers.
He was hoping a stray pigeon would come by and jar me.
And snip at his eye.
You were hoping for an ounce of care from Jim Norton.
That's
Last
how
thing
he
you
gets-
see is a smiling Jim Norton looking over the railing.
That's how Colin gets love. He can't just say, I need some love. He has to hang on to a rail, so we'll all go, no, don't. Like, he wants the value of having everyone appreciate the
somehow
fact that
he's turning my great beginning analysis.
What was your beginning analysis?
About you.
Well,
And suddenly it's turned around about me.
so what? That's the way life is. Turnabout is fair play, I always say.
And why would you? And you would hang out.
That's some tough talk.
You would hang out the window.
Yeah, but that's
That was easy.
I don't remember
that's
that.
such a small part of the manifesto. I can't even believe we're discussing it. That's nothing to me.
But you could have. You do understand. You could have fallen to your death.
yes, but anything can
And
happen.
What? But that didn't bother you, or
How far did he lean back before he grabbed hold again?
doesn't matter.
not
Just
far. He was-
stepping. But that doesn't matter. Just the act of doing it.
Dude, I would be freaked out
there's-
stepping on the other side of the rail, holding on tight.
But some people are also very scared of heights. Like Bobby Kelly's been over my house a couple times, and he goes on the balcony. Don't push me. You know, it's like
No, he's afraid the balcony is going to fucking just crack under his weight, as he should be. You better up back in a steamroller onto your fucking balcony and letting Bob step onto it.
Yeah, he's scared that he's gonna go right through that railing with a slight push.
He's scared, and the balcony is also scared. They look at each other with a mutual understanding. Just look over me from inside. I'll do what I can for you, kid. But Bob stepping on that balcony, it'd be like an elephant stepping onto a piece of tracing paper.
Sure. Poor Bob. Not
Fuck
here to
poor
defend-
Bob. Right
not
in his
here to
fat
defend
mouth.
himself.
Fuck poor Bob with a black cock right in his mouth. That's what I say to Bob. Fucking juicy lips. Fucking grab his head and fuck his throat.
Ah, you got Colin laughing. Or is he crying? Who knows? Are you crying, laughing? What do you got over there, Colin?
an elephant on tracing paper.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
very
gotcha.
good. I don't think it'll hold.
Tracing paper.
So you're going to be a Gotham, Colin.
Yeah. But what about the manifesto? I need an organized system.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah,
right?
what is
I
it?
don't know.
Is it like a huge
Is
book?
It, is
No,
it a
it's
book about your
everything.
life?
It's everything.
It's everything.
Then start writing a blog. Are you a
10
blogger?
books.
No. I blogged for a couple of days. It was boring.
Well, then why don't you fucking stop being such an isolated homo and fucking get someone to help you
it a
straighten it out
movie?
and sell it?
Yeah, why the isolation?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, we are getting serious, Colin.
Yeah,
We're
he's
breaking
back
him
away
down.
from the
Colin's
mic.
depressed, I think. That's my
Are you
theory.
depressed?
My
Are you?
theory is he hasn't told me that, but I theorize he's a little depressed.
Self some drugs.
What? the Suffolk County solution.
In Nassau, my friend.
I know, but where you from? Aren't you from
Yeah, I'm from
Ronkonkoma?
Suffolk.
Where are you from? Ronkonkoma?
Huntington.
Oh, he's
no, not
changing-
Ronkonkoma.
He's changing the subject to where you're from. That's never good.
I'll go right back to it. Go ahead.
Are you depressed? Why are you depressed?
No, I'm actually coming out of depression, but I was depressed
You
for several
seem-
years.
Oh,
yeah.
You seem way better than the last time I saw you.
Thank you, exactly.
I'm dead
I like
serious.
the fact that
I'm being serious now.
I'm agreeing with you.
You
I
had
said,
like
thank
a
you.
you had like a distant
Jesus Christ.
you had a distant look in your eyes for a while there. You
Yes.
don't I don't see that today.
Yeah,
1,000-yard
that's right.
stare. Yeah.
I was very
Absolutely.
depressed.
I don't see that today.
Were you?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you name your
About it.
fucking computer Charlene?
About anything? Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Anything in particular, or just one of those chemical imbalance depressions?
No, I think I was just depressed in general. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff. You know? I don't know. I don't think it was chemical.
You
but-
find yourself sleeping late?
No,
Not getting out
not
of
like
bed?
that. I always sleep
No?
late. You know.
How did
My
you get
whole
out of the
life.
depression?
Just kind of just facing it. You know. I mean, I've been going to therapy for many years anyway. But
Yeah.
Working out and stuff?
no, obviously not.
How could you
was
ask that?
working out.
Why don't you ask him if he's fucking painted his face black? Jesus, open. He's obviously not. No,
I'll
disrespect,
say
but-
something else.
Jesus.
I'm going to say something else. It looks like he did lose a few pounds. That's why I asked that.
Thanks, Hope.
Did you?
What do you think of that?
I'm not going to badmouth
I said,
you.
just
He
think of
did.
that 3 years of working out and no definition whatsoever.
But I understand.
Shut up.
By the way, I
Nothing
said-
over.
no
Cut your
definition.
heavy bag open.
No
I said a few.
definition.
I said a few, not a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
feel the guns?
I can look right here, and I'm telling you.
I agree, actually. I have been kind of swinging in the wind there, fucking working out, hoping
Have
for
ya?
a little definition, but I can't stop eating. It's
your
very
eating
difficult.
habits.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It's not the food.
So, so what? You just started living your life again? Like,
No, I still haven't started living my life, but I've been depressed. But I've just been working on certain things. But you know, it's a lot of stuff. You know, I mean, I hate to even talk about it because it really is about the manifesto. I hate to say it, but it really is.
Yeah.
You know, And so that's been a big part of it, you know.
Is in the manifesto? Is it your life? Is it some fiction? Is it like what's
I don't know. It's
in
a
it?
bunch of different things, but it's just
Different things.
disorganized, you know.
Like you would just wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Hey, let me type away here," and like, some ideas would just spill out of you.
Yeah, and also my divorce was a big thing, but I didn't realize it at the time. I forced it to happen, but you know.
Do you back up your fucking stuff on computers, stupid, or no?
Oh boy.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I had this vision.
This guy's opening up here.
I'll tell you
Screw
why.
the backup process.
I had this because I had this vision of him writing for years, and he's such a
Losing it in
and
one
losing
power
it all.
surge.
So I'm like, yeah. Do you back it up?
Of course, I have everything.
Don't say of course.
Back that shit up.
You're savvy.
So you never got over the divorce?
No, but I think that affected me greatly.
Oh, why?
I'm over it because it had to.
Ugh. Stupid wives.
Because Colin was in love.
Oh,
at
was
least-
that it? Sorry.
He wasn't in a miserable
But you know,
marriage.
yeah,
He was in-
but if
he
it
was
was
in a
in
short
misery.
marriage.
Yeah.
He wasn't married for a long time.
It was a short one.
Oh,
was a short one.
man.
I was
And
living with it for a while.
do you see like that? Was it your fault? Do you think?
I don't think you could find anybody in the world that could say it was anything but my fault.
Really?
Yeah,
That bad?
I literally left her no choice.
it's 100%.
No choice. If there's 100% of anything in the
Do you
world,
want to share? Get it off your chest?
Wow.
I just literally left it like she had no choice but to leave.
Like what type of things were you doing that a woman would not enjoy or want to be around?
Well,
or
here's the ultimate thing. What I really did in the long run to chase her away was cheated on her and then told her, I'm not saying I'm going to not cheat again.
all right.
Who do you think you are, Gene Simmons?
That's pretty much 100%.
You know, I was waiting for the explanation of 100%. He just nailed it.
Yeah,
There's
you
not a
can't-
better
Wow.
definition of 100% than that right
You really
there.
are forcing the person to be pushing them right out of there.
Yeah, if you would have like begged and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I absolutely wouldn't do this again," then you could say,
Then-
"All right,
or
at
you
least you
say,
tried."
There might be a glimmer of hope.
But when you say,
you might go to therapy and figure this out together.
Exactly.
But when you
literally,
say,
or if it's like 1973, it's me and Kevin Kline in the ice storm, you know, standing there in our jackets. Honey, it's a swinging world. But yeah, I just left it her choice, you know.
"Wow."
And that bothers you?
Well, it bothers me because, you know, yeah, it does bother me a little
Then
bit.
why'd you cheat?
Well, at the time, it didn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
And then you realize that you really blew it, and
That
this
you
was
had-
a,
you
this
had
was a
some-
good
It's
one.
also a compliment. I have to say, my work, the things I've been working on are just the fact that I've written certain amounts of shows and certain amounts of movies that don't get done, that are really like what should be done, and I just feel like they're going to end up doing crummy versions of it eventually. It really makes me so angry
Yeah.
about show business. I can't even talk about. I can't jokingly talk about the level of fury that I feel about it. And
Yeah.
I know that relative to a 6-year-old like a Sudanese child, my problems mean nothing.
To me, they're actually more important. That's where we differ.
But compared to the people that I know do certain things or get certain success, I can't help it. I know it's the cliche of bitterness, but I know that my work, it all should be done. I prove it every time I do get some things. And I just want to burn down about 8 networks and kill about 5,000 people.
Same crap happens to us in this radio business, man. It's amazing that how hard they make this. How
Yeah.
hard they make this.
Opie, we have a show.
Yeah, Opie, see, the one difference is you guys have a show.
See,
Well,
we have
without getting into detail, trust me, we can relate.
Can I
Let's
say,
just put it that way.
And I think what Colin needs, my opinion, because Colin told me other management problems he had, is I think you need a fucking good manager. That's what I think. Because the stuff is really fucking.
Colin's
good.
very funny, very smart, clever guy, and the idea that for years. You're throwing your stuff out there, and these fucking like pieces of shit get on TV, get TV shows, huge tours, whatever the fuck it is. It's like there's no justice in the business, but
wait.
it's not like there was supposed to be, though.
But I
Some
know that,
examples of some great stuff, though. Who's Your Caddy? The Caveman series is terrific.
Exactly.
But I don't think that Jim's answer is correct. I'm not going to. My answer is not getting Commander McBragg with him.
No, I'll tell you why I said that.
Shut up and let the laugh finish.
Oh, you're right.
That's a big laugh.
It was.
There we were, me, Robin, and Billy, and Jack Rollins.
My goodness, what did you do, McBragg? Well, I pulled out a toothpick.
You know, it was during the making of License to Wed, so of course we shot in Mozambique, as you know. Because it's the finest hunting in the land.
That one time, Colin.
Shut up and let it
All right, I
happen.
stopped.
One time, Carl, license to wed? What are you trying to defend your company? Shut the fuck
No,
up.
I-
Let us laugh at the shit they put out.
I don't even
And
know
then
what
you
you're
go on.
talking about. I swear to I don't know who Commander McBride is. I swear to God,
Really?
I
That
don't
I
know.
believe.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But I was saying, me and Kyle were talking one time, and he was talking about his manager at the time being annoying because he's
Oh,
like,
he's supposed to be the manager.
but you know, yeah. I asked him, he's got more sense. Whoa, you think if I don't get my script sold, I lose $15,000? That's right. Oh. So I fucking
Coffee.
in a minute, bring me the coffee. But he was complaining about his fucking manager, and he's trying to get his manager to push harder for his scripts, and you need somebody that fucking said this is a great script and is a fucking animal and fucking makes the calls and pushes through, not somebody that's fucking wishy-washy with it. To me, that's important.
Wishy-washy. You don't
Yeah,
want
I mean,
wishy-washy.
it's
You got
true.
a wishy-washer?
Yeah.
It's the
I don't have
truth.
any manager or any agent right now.
But exactly.
For 2 years.
That's silly.
Now,
No,
Colin,
it's not. No, guys.
it is.
let me tell you something, please. I would read a Colin Quinn book. So you got to find your angle.
Well, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know what
Do you
I'm
write
doing.
on pop culture? Do you write about your life? Do you write about
I write about everything.
stand up? Yeah, but
Everything.
you got to find like some kind of angle.
He talks about it.
Here's what Colin's book should be. It should be you. Here should be the photo. Should be you, like, sitting in front of a computer with, like, a bunch of, like, papers piled up and your hands in the air, like, what the hell, folks? and the book should be called Colin Quinn, and then should be calling after it Hodgepodge.
I told you that in my CD.
Oh, is that awful? What an awful picture you've just conjured up.
Hodgepodge, and he's in front of a whole bunch of papers. We don't know what it's about,
like
ladies and
that.
germs.
See, I'll tell
I
you.
would
I like a
throw
little-
that on the floor and step on it.
Colin, your problem is you got friends like him. You know that, right?
They
Yeah.
don't help.
I'm
No
very
help
supportive.
whatsoever.
I'm a
They're
big,
no help.
I'm
No help.
very helpful. That's not true.
No, you're not.
Your lips are awful.
You're not helping at all.
Fucking burn victim lips.
See, how's that going to help you, Colin?
He knows it's not.
It's irrelevant. Not only that, but I
You
like
hang
that
out with
hodge-
the wrong crowd.
I like the hodgepodge idea with me in a turtleneck, though.
I like that too.
Hodgepodge.
It's a green turtleneck, and you have a red sweater vest over it, and you release it around Christmas. And there's like this tinsel around you, too.
No, you don't release it around Christmas, and I'm still worried
Oh,
that.
yeah, okay. There's tinsel on you, and it's August 4th.
And
Hands up in the air.
Went forward is by Garrison Keillor or somebody.
Hodgepodge. It's just a mishmash of things.
Never.
Well, I'm putting on a CD, American Gangster. I told you.
American Gangster.
American Gangster.
It takes I superimpose my picture in Denzel's face from that poster. No, you're right. They don't help.
So you're
They don't
leaving your
help
house
us.
Yeah.
more. Are you going on the road to do a little
No, I've been
comedy?
on the road this whole time. I mean,
You canceled Florida. What was that about?
when?
Well, we got spies everywhere.
Jesus.
I didn't cancel Florida.
Let's go to Tim in Florida. Tim?
Hey, Colin. Yeah, I was going to sit through awful Christian Finnegan and that Rosie O'Donnell replacement, Caroline Ray, to see you in Lakeland, and you canceled.
No, I didn't cancel. They canceled that gig.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Why?
That was like last week.
Yeah, you got to come back to Florida.
They didn't
man.
cancel because they, I guess, lack of ticket sales or something.
Did you guys go on the radio and promote? You got to get out there.
Shut your mouth, stupid.
There really is no support base with the people that you know and hang out with. The comics
have
are the worst.
They are the worst.
No, we're not.
No, you're terrible.
And the truth is, I was always very,
You should
too
move.
supportive of
You
all
should
of
move
them.
and
Yeah.
change your name.
I'm done with them.
Move
What's
and
that?
change your name.
What?
You think so?
Yeah, get away from these
Well,
guys.
I actually have an idea for
They're
a
not
name
good
that's
for
kind
you.
of hip. Ken Fresno.
That's good.
What are you going to do, weather?
Pretty good.
I don't know, it's like an action hero name.
Fresno.
Ken Fresno.
That is instantly a new name on the message board.
and now-
Ken Fresno.
And now with your 5-day forecast, it's Ken Fresno.
Well, he had names for me and Voss, too.
Yeah.
Like, what the names we should tour under, and mine was Little Pete Ferguson.
This was Little Pete Ferguson. And voice was, is this the perfect name for voice? Ronnie Garcia.
But he has to go the rat tail back. He has to go the rat tail back.
And Keith, I had names for Keith. What the hell's Keith?
Well, yeah. Starts with an N.
So it's one word.
You got to leave this negativity behind.
Yeah, what do you mean you've been too supportive of us? We're all supportive of you. What are you talking about? Every
up.
interview I do, I talk about you. No, I won't shush. I'm going to finish my point.
That's what Voss says. I support you on every radio. Shut up.
What's Voss? No one listens to Voss. No one can understand him.
There's no.
I don't care
bosses
that you.
incapable
I
of
don't care that you
supporting.
say positive things about me when you
Positive
talking
things,
to
you fucking
Pedro
mumbling
fuck
zilch.
knuckle in Butte, Montana, doing your shitty gig.
Positive things. Fucking.
This is
I know.
helping him,
Listen
Jimmy.
to the two of them.
Well, what am I
This
gonna do?
guy was hanging off a railing 36 stories up.
I know with
This
those
is not
fucking awful
helping.
sea bass stomach fish hands.
By the way,
your fucking, your
By the way,
fucking little fishy sea bass belly hands
just-
make me sick.
You're awful to each other.
yeah, that
They're
doesn't help
you
things.
two are horrible to each
And
other.
you know, Jerry Springer says every day, be nice to each other.
Yeah.
He really
We ignore
does.
that.
redeems the whole show as far as I'm
Of
concerned.
course.
Be nice to each other.
Makes
Why don't
up
you-
for the
how
fighting.
about this? How about this is going to be a challenge for both of you. How about you say something nice about each other? Who wants to start?
We say plenty of nice things about
We
each
say
other.
lots of nice things.
We certainly do.
All right. How about one? Colin, why don't you start? Something nice about Jimmy.
Sincere.
I thought that Jim's last HBO special was even funnier when he did it. You know, the first HBO special was funny. The second one he just did was even funnier when he did the same thing the second time.
No, that's not true.
I didn't see the
Okay.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. See, they can't do it.
I know.
They can't do it.
I want to say
They can't
something
do
nice
it.
to Colin.
All right. One nice thing, Jimmy.
I saw your first HBO special, and oh wait, there was no second one. All right, I better move on.
But I know he was trying to say something nice because halfway through he realized it. He goes, "Oh wait."
These guys are scared. These guys are scared to show real feelings.
That's not true. We do all the time.
all right.
We
Then,
actually
Colin,
do.
back to you. One nice thing about Jimmy. We're gonna get this done today.
Okay.
That Jimmy doesn't have AIDS after all the sexual encounters.
And I'll say this: if Colin was killed in a fire, I would be bothered.
See,
I'll say this.
they hide behind their laughter. These guys can't show a real
Jimmy is
moment.
killed in an uprising during one of his management meetings
Okay.
in Paraguay.
Paraguay of all places.
The great white hunter with Buana. his agent Buana. Ah, you too.
Well, that's not true. I think that we say a lot of nice things.
I
say a lot
just
of
think
nice things.
comics are really incapable of
yeah.
sharing sincere emotion with each other
Sure.
You'd be
without having to
surprised-
throw in
You'd
a
be surprised what-
zinger.
You'd be surprised what Jim Atazoa is capable of emotion-wise.
Equating him with some type of sperm, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know what.
I bet you this is
Jim
like that.
sleeps in a petri dish.
I honestly think that these guys cannot do it.
That's not true.
Well, that's like, what if we told you and
and
Anthony to do it? You wouldn't do it
I
either.
said it all the time.
What?
What do you say? I love you, man. Like a Budweiser commercial.
Yeah. It's got to be like the punch on the arm. It can never just be sweet.
We've definitely said nice things about each other on the air. You guys cannot do it on the air.
Sure we can.
Yeah, we can.
Colin, back to you.
Sure we can.
One nice thing about Jimmy, and then we could go back to trashing each other.
Jimmy is a very, very smart, funny comic, and really brought a whole new, refreshing, mindset to comedy.
Whoa.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Stop there. I know you're chomping.
I'm not.
Chomping.
I'm
He's
done.
chomping.
And I will say something nice about Colin.
Okay.
He is perceptive, and he is good at speaking the truth about funny guys. No, come on, how many good things? I love Colin. He's the funniest guy I know. I mean, I fucking said that a million
Colin
times.
is playing along, Jimmy. Come on. This
But no,
will help
it's-
Colin Quinn. He's in
Colin,
deep
but
depression here.
But Colin knows that. Colin, there's not an interview I do, regardless of the size of the paper, where I don't say, when they say about comedy and stuff, I say Colin's the funniest guy in the business. I always say that. He's the guy that
I've
makes
read
me
that.
laugh.
I've read
he
that,
makes me
Colin.
laugh harder than
I've read
anybody
that.
else doing stand-up
Really?
comedy.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
Now I got to say this. I hate you guys because you ruined our bit.
But
we
no,
could
we
could
were rolling.
continue with this for another 10 minutes.
No, we
Wasted a lot
but
of
you know,
time on this.
It's going to be fucking vile again. I mean, what do you think? It's going to be a love fest. I'm looking at his hands. I want to fucking bite them.
What's wrong with my hand?
They're fucking horrendous. In the break, we said this because he was giving me the finger, and that liver spotted foot he holds up out of his sleeve. It looks like fucking olive loaf. I want to put your fucking hand between two pieces of white bread and watch Fat Bob Kelly eat it out of a plastic baggie.
They had to go back into the safe zone.
Yeah.
I hope people are
Now it's
really
safe.
listening to this. How like it's such it's
Did
so
you hear how
uncomfortable
awkward it
for them
was?
to say something nice that they have to get right back into
It was
trashing.
awkward and uncomfortable when
Yeah.
they had to compliment each
So
other.
they have to go right
and
back
now it's
to the
all
business.
I wasn't going back to it.
It's all fun.
Maybe Jim was, but I was happy to just sit there and
I
say
never
what a great
left
guy
it.
Jim was.
Believe me, I never left it. It was only on pause while I said something nice. All I do is hit play again. Of course, we're going to say awful things about each other. Nobody wants to hear
Colin-
two comedians being
but
nice.
Colin-
You're
I
terrific.
don't think it was
you
right
too.
I don't think it was right that Bob Kelly got dragged into it about the pimento loaf.
Neither did I. I pulled my back out and I pulled that pig anywhere.
All right, this is
That's just ignorant
fat
because you're
fuck.
supposed to slice those things.
see. This is very healthy for Colin. This is a very healthy hour for Colin Quinn.
I want to somehow see or read this manifesto.
I wanna
see
read
it on
something-
TV or in the movies or whatever the hell you're
I
going to do with
know.
it.
I think it's going to be like,
Colin, you can take a break from show business. This is what you do. You get a
What do you
book-
mean you can take a break from the show? Right.
Oh, man.
sign your book deal. Get a fucking book out there.
don't
Promote
just
the
wanna do
shit
a
out of it.
book.
Why
but
not?
but just but promote the shit out of it. Do book signings. It'll be a great experience for you.
because I'm not like some of these guys that just, you constantly see them pushing their books and their dumb CDs and their specials, constantly doing every stupid thing. They'll do a line in a shitty big action movie. Just, I'm not like that. I'm trying to do
Absolutely
real,
not.
But you
I'm
gotta
trying to do
promote.
real work. They'll be in Spider-Man 5. They don't give a damn. I'm trying to do real work.
Well, we
for
don't
people.
all have
You're right.
Crocodile Dundee 2 to fall back on.
Oh.
I'm saying that. That's fucking, like, I had...
if he kills himself today, it's gonna be on your head.
Good one, Hope. You're right.
Constant
It's
talk
gonna be
was
on your
that.
head, Jimmy.
I didn't mean it.
No,
That was a Paul Hogan
You
slam.
don't like self promoting, do you? Why?
No, that's
Would
not
you
the
if you
point.
had that?
Why don't you like self promoting, Colin?
No, it's not a
It's
question
part
of
of-
self-promoting.
But it's part of your thing. Like you gotta tell
No, I
people
just
where you
can't
are.
organize. No, I have no problem with that. I look, stand-up wise, I have no problem with something. I'm just saying right now, getting all my other stuff together is it's out of control. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's all these papers and these fucking.
You need
files.
organization somehow.
I need to somehow get it out. It's sitting
Colin's
there.
too mean. That's the problem.
It's in the computer and it's in everything. It's hard,
Why, if someone tries to help Colin, like if you, hey man, I know someone who can help you organize and back stuff up, he'll go, shut your mouth.
No, that's not what it is. Nobody ever, believe me, he's making it up now. I've never said to me, hey, Carl, I know so.
Well, I never knew
The
it until
only
now.
way
I
he's
didn't know
known
you
any-
had a whole pile
got
of
a very-
papers, you fucking psycho.
You got to remember one time trying to have a moment with him. I'm like, you haven't been on the show in a while. Why don't you come in and do our show? And he goes, shut up. Like, all right, have a good day.
Hey, Colin,
Have
where
a
you
good
been? Shut your mouth.
Right.
In case of a blackout, I'm going to put a wick in you and light it.
What does that mean?
He's implying that, like a whale, you would have some type of blubber that would be workable in a lamp. Like lamp oil.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
But no, I knew you wrote, but I didn't know you had a pile of papers that were disorganized. You just said that. I said you've been writing for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been writing for a long time.
Wow.
Thanks. But, I'll do what I do. I don't know. It's hard to get it organized. That's all I know.
And then to get it out there somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow get it out
But
there.
it's mostly the organization. It's like
Yeah.
everything's like finished, but it's like first draft, and I just
All right, let's go to Lonnie.
So why don't you have somebody? Why don't you have somebody go through your computer? Honestly, is it all on the computer?
but I'm telling you, it's thousands and thousands of pages of shit.
So have somebody. Here's what you do: back it up onto a fucking. Here's how simple this is: you buy an external drive from Mac, a Lacey drive. I'll help you hook it up. Or Bob Kelly would probably be more qualified to.
Probably.
All right, he would be. You have somebody on a backup drive, so you don't have to do it. They don't have to be fucking with your computer. Take everything and somehow organize it. If it takes them a month, it takes them a month. But have them do it the best they can. And there are people who will be able to do it through word searches and stuff. Fucking organize your stuff a lot faster than
Well, if
you
it's
think.
going to use that kind of profanity, I don't want to be
I
involved.
don't mean to, but that's good though. Right now, you're putting fucking sausages on a bagel.
With
Let's
egg
go to
yolk.
Bill. Let's go to Ralph in North Carolina.
It's Lonnie.
If you should see what he's eating right now, why don't you just fucking? I had no reference.
All right.
So I bailed out.
Lonnie.
It was a heart attack reference, and then I realized, why don't you just... Good. Hold on. Stupid is eating a fucking open-faced bagel with eggs dripping and yolks and a fucking sausage. And as he tipped it, the egg fell onto his hand, and I couldn't be happier. That was a safe.
What's up, Lonnie?
He's just filling up loneliness.
Jimmy,
Yes.
hey, do you and Colin live together? Because you sound like an old married couple.
No, we don't.
Y'all guys should live together.
Well, this is how we interact. This is why Colin's a piece of shit. I'm talking to him. I'm having a heartfelt talk with him because I did the Gene Simmons roast, and I never hired anybody to write for me before. But I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of comedians on the roast. I wanted to get the perspective of a comic, and fucking, I'll pay him. I don't know how much to pay. My friend Kurt, and stupid Kurt, gives me 2 pages, like one the day before and the one the day of. Fucking lazy Kurt. So fucking, they were funny jokes though. So I get them, and I'm like, Colin, like, I'm talking to him about it, and on the elevator, he goes, you know, I don't want to humiliate you in front of everybody, but I've never hired anybody to write for me. Wow. In front of the whole elevator, I had to justify myself. So I tried to have, like, a nice, ask a guy who's been around for years to fucking help me out with a piece of advice.
Help me out here, Hendry.
And I've been around for years on my own 2 feet, not Kurt's.
That's true.
Kurtz.
My buddy Kurt Metzger is a funny writer.
Oh.
He's a funny comic.
All right, let's go to James and
But as
Jersey.
Carl says, he looks like a Bosnian war criminal. That could be the best slam I've heard about a comic.
It's true. He really is horrendous.
He fucking called him a Bosnian war criminal. And he has a big head with short, awful black hair. He's truly awful.
He sends shivers up people's spines when he goes on stage.
Look, they're working together now. This is good. This is good. See?
Because they have a common enemy for a second or two.
Let's go to James in Jersey. James.
Holy, where the fuck did Kenny get this omelet?
He's right behind you. Why don't
Now
you ask
Kenny
him?
gets
Wow, did
dragged
Heather Mills
into
leave
the...
this on the kitchen floor?
Do you want another one? I'll go back.
It's okay. Where's the ketchup? Am I supposed to fucking do bleed onto it? Where's the ketchup?
How about
Kenny, you got my...
Hold on a second.
Jimmy really is like LaMotta.
I'm not like LaMotta, I want ketchup. I'm like Lenny from Mice and Men.
I'm supposed to bleed
I
on
want
it.
fucking ketchup.
Tell him about the message I gave you. I text messaged you and Kenny after your special, stupid.
Oh, so he said that the worst part of me shooting a special is that me and Kenny were probably sitting there together, like having a serious moment,
Afterwards, they just like, yeah.
looking at each other. Well, don't tell me to tell, and then fucking jump in and interrupt me.
Why didn't
while
you want to ruin it?
I'm not ruining it. Fucking just have the stroke while you're eating that. You've never seen anybody have a worse fucking meal than he is right now.
Just give me
fucking gulls are more polite in the dump than you are eating that. Fucking should be circling a garbage scow. Fucking cunt.
I almost had him on the same page, Ed. I almost had him. Colin, just leave me the password to your computer so I can make you famous in your death.
Yeah, posthumously.
Yeah.
Posthumously.
Hey, James, Jersey, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Colin, I was wondering if you were really bitter or upset when you used to do Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live and they replaced you. I wonder if that, that really depressed you or that really bothered you when that happened?
Well, that bothered. I just saw a picture card. Yeah, that pissed me off too.
Okay, no, I thought you were pretty good. I mean, Norm Macdonald was great at it, and
Yeah.
I remember being really upset when they fired him. I thought that was total crap.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said to Colin you were pretty good, and I remember Norm Macdonald was great.
Yeah.
Why kick a guy while he's down?
Yeah, that's not going to help
Nothing.
Colin today by saying that, sir.
Oh, all right. Okay, thanks, guys.
So hold on, Collins, what he said to me in the message was very funny. He texted me. He said the worst part is that me and Kenny were probably sitting there after the thing. And do you want to say what you did? Because I will fucking butcher the quote, but it was very funny.
Now he tells them to tell the story.
Why'd you wait for him to have a mouthful of food,
Well, no,
Jimmy?
because if
make it
not,
really
what am I going
tough
to do?
for
Wait till
him.
3 in the morning when he finally falls asleep?
I said they sat in the dressing room and clicked glasses together and goes, "Hey man, we did it."
Click glasses together.
Can you redo that as, what was his name? Ken Fresno?
Ken
Was it
Fresno.
Ken Fresno?
Ken
My
Fresno.
other character action movie is Rick Lucite.
Dude, do you know how you had, if that is what I think it is, I'm going to spit on you.
Oh, shit.
What?
Okay, that's not. Okay.
What?
I thought I saw something red on top of the microphone. I said, if he got fucking ketchup on top of the microphone, I'm going to fucking spit on him. But he didn't.
Let's say hi to Keith in
thank God.
Louisville.
Kenny
Keith.
Fresno needs a catchphrase, though. Kenny Fresno would have to say his name on stage.
Hey, Colin, I really love that show you had on Comedy Central where you used to bring Bob Kelly and all them on. Whatever, why'd that end all of a sudden? And I thought it'd be better if you guys got it on, like, HBO where you could, get a little raw language.
It would have been, but HBO didn't want to do it.
Oh.
They don't like, a lot of people don't like the agenda that we bring.
Well, the other thing was I couldn't figure out why they couldn't afford to get you a chair. You always were half cocked on that desk.
Like when you lean against the pool table or something.
So these idiots could slam my awful legs.
Yeah.
That was a crime that show got.
Yes, it was.
canceled.
It was disgusting.
Oh my God,
That's me and Kyle.
that is the worst.
just eating.
Yeah, that was awful that got taken off.
There's no reason for it. No reason.
You know what's funny?
There was a political reason.
Well, also, they
That's
got
for
some
sure.
complaints because I think they were rerunning us the next day at 7, and then The Daily Show they were rerunning at 7:30. And I think in that, and again, The Daily Show was a bigger show, but our ratings were actually higher than The Daily Show in those reruns. And again, I'm not saying the Tough Crowd was bigger than The Daily Show, but it was fucking a very watched show.
Yeah, it was.
And they got some complaints about content, and they yanked it. And me and Penn, we had that argument a few weeks ago, where he was talking about Bill Donahue in the Catholic League, and he was going, the things they did to Matt and Trey, like in South Park. But what that made me think of is Comedy Central proved that when you back a show, like they've backed South Park, and you stand up against that bullshit, now it's the biggest show they've ever had, and they've gotten complaints, they've gotten protests,
threats of boycotts,
and it's the biggest show they ever had because the network stood behind it. Mm-hmm. So that's, I guess, the point I'm making.
They didn't like the idea that you discussed race.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Chappelle's show, which was, they were ready to just back a fucking tanker full of money over to him. That was nothing but racial humor.
Well, I mean, that's the whole. Everybody knows. Everybody in the country knows that white people are not supposed to discuss race except from the point of apologizing.
Yeah, or else you're racist.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, or else you're a racist.
That's just the way it is. If you do anything but that, everybody has a heart attack.
You got to apologize.
Especially all the white people.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. But nobody will really admit it completely, or they'll go, well, it's too bad, it's payback, It's just a fact.
Payback.
Well, there's a little pushback happening with Imus getting back on radio.
I don't know. Some of those remarks he made were salty. I heard one of those girls was scarred for life.
Yes.
And then I saw her iPod and I saw the playlist. I noticed a couple of songs that might be a little saltier. Yeah, a little Young Cheesy number called "Take My 12 Gauge" into your, I mean, it's so pathetic that even they have these girls being phony and going, "I was scarred,"
Dude, we've talked about the Imus situation. I mean, off and on for the last 6 months. And I even went down the road with Jimmy. I'm like, all right, let's try to see it the other way. Let's just sit here and try to see it the fucking other way.
All right, so you got
Have an open
you got
mind.
in at 10 o'clock that day instead of 6.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Wow. Great line. Super me still trying to make my point. But that's very good, Colin.
A cup of tea with 8 sugars later.
Right. Bravo.
Oh, man. Yeah, so go ahead.
I hope you enjoyed the bounce pass.
But this is kind of but this is interesting to see it the other way. I'm not even kidding, but go ahead.
But Jimmy and I think we were in a cab on the way home, like, let's just try to see it the other way. And it just still bothers me. I can't see it their way whatsoever.
Could not wrap my head around it at all. Like, even to play devil's advocate, I just could not.
To get kicked off a radio show for saying nappy-headed hoe, it just amazes me. It amazes me.
But good thing is,
it
though,
doesn't amaze me. Go ahead.
good thing is he got rehired. And the bottom line is, it's a great fucking thing that he got rehired because people go, oh, so now we're going to have to deal with him on the other side. It was a terrible move to
You know what he did in the end? He helped the Rutgers women's basketball team program because there was an article a couple weeks ago that recruiting has never been better for that school because of what Imus said. He actually helped their program. In the end, it was a massive positive thing for the school and every single person that was on that team, including the coaches and the stupid mop lady.
And all the
that mops the fucking floor after the game's over.
And they got nice hats for all the girls so you can't see their hair.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Fired.
This is what's been happening now, This is the this is a climate that's never discussed. But you know,
Did you see a few excerpts from the Pat Buchanan book about how the country
come on, John,
is?
this is ridiculous. Pat, that's your crowd. Oh, John,
How this country is just
Finished.
pretty much done as one of the great empires of the earth that is pretty much on the downswing. And
well, me and
we'll just
philosopher
be gone.
Nick DiPaolo were talking about this yesterday.
Philosopher
and what
Nick
Nick
DiPaolo.
DiPaolo actually said, which is true, is Pat Buchanan. One thing, whatever people think about him, he has hit the mark, and he's been predicted the most things in the past 20 years that were kind of happened.
Yeah.
in the country.
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's definitely.
He says
true.
with the dollar at an all-time low, foreign countries looking to get off the whole dollar. They're looking to pick up on the euro. China owning half of our country. The housing market just in the shitter. And then the invasion from Mexico that's happening.
But this sounds like one of those things where you like this. Ready?
Yeah.
I'd like to read something to you, Anthony. Foreigners are invading our land. The economy's at an all-time low.
Yeah.
There's crime everywhere. That was written in 1840.
Oh, yes. And if you look, that was written by Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, and we still went on to blah, blah, blah.
But but I do think there's. Well, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the actual country, but it's like that. Just the phoniness of what we're talking about, the lack of discussing anything, the triple-double standards that go on.
But you know what? It's not just white people anymore that are getting it, but black people don't get it from whites. They get shit from other minority groups. Like the Asian groups, because there's been black DJs fired. Like Donnell Rawlings got fired for something he said. There's been other black guys that get a lot of shit, but they never get it from white people because white people still feel paternalistic. They get it from fucking Asian groups who don't give a shit. And they deal with racism from blacks in the neighborhoods, having to fucking have them scream about more duck sauce and fucking the Korean delis. They do. They deal with racism from blacks all the time. So they've had it up to here. They don't give a shit. They don't feel any
feel
guilt.
sorry for your mother.
Yo, Jet Li.
Yo, what you say?
Yeah.
Yo, Jet Li.
But the only people that don't call...
Lee.
Where you keep the cold beer, Poppy?
Yo, Jet Li.
I was at the Gene Simmons roast. Carrot Top was one of the roasters, and I think RZA from Wu-Tang was there. This is backstage, and he was trying to talk to Carrot Top. He goes, "Yo, Carrot Head." It really made me laugh.
Carrot Head.
Yo, Carrot Head.
Did Carrot Head use any of those muscles of his
No, he was
to
just
fight back? Of course not.
He was fucking funny on the roast. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Carrot Top was. Yeah, he was really funny.
Yeah, what am I saying? He was really cool on our show.
Yeah.
He was funny and nice.
Yeah, he's great.
All right, we're going to take a break. Colin Quinn in studio playing Gotham Comedy Club. An amazing comic.
And
An amazing depressed comic.
He's insightful.
That's the best comedy
I'll
to
say
see,
one
by
thing
the way.
about Opie. That son of a bitch has always come to see me. And Anthony actually showed up once, but he had to sit right behind my aunt, remember?
Yes.
Remember I badgered Anthony because Opie always came, and then Anthony's sitting right behind my cousin. She's like, "Honey, isn't he the greatest?" She's grabbing him the whole show.
That's cool. I fucked her. I'm teasing, of course.
I remember back in the day when we met you for the first time, you were on the way to bet the horses. And
Yeah, and
every time we
remember
saw you
that?
after that was you betting horses.
OTB.
And then they-
And he was
you were
worried. He was
trying-
worried about us giving the tip out because he didn't want the odds going down that day.
Oh, remember?
Yeah.
Well, you were like, I got a great tip from my uncle or whatever
My
it was.
cousin Dylan.
And you were running to OTB. It was such a great tip. And you're like, fuck, I just told the biggest assholes in New York radio this great tip.
yeah.
And you were panicking that we were going to go on the air that day.
Odds were gonna
Drop
drop.
your spot and make it a 3-1
I had
on
my
you.
life. But actually, they closed that OTB, too, you know.
why? Around the corner of your house? Why?
Oh, Ninth Avenue's really booming, Jim. I mean, you should get up there and try to invest. You're right there by. Take a brief walk on a Sunday after Lincoln Center, you cocksucker.
And then you were trying to drag us into that world with you. Come on, come on,
You
let's
guys
go.
wanted to bet.
I love that.
Come on, let's go
Going
bet. Let's
OTB.
bet.
That's
Anthony's family bets the Trotters. They probably go to the dog track.
Dude,
Anthony looks like a highlight player. He looks like a Basque highlight player.
Wow. We did a gig at a dog track.
Oh, yeah, we had protesters.
We had protesters
That was
outside.
great.
Why?
We were just trying to make an extra $100 because we were making no
PETA,
money
you
in
know,
radio.
fucking
And on the weekend, we're like,
animal
could you guys do an appearance at the
activists.
dog track? We're like, yeah, whatever. How much? It was like $100, $200 each. We're like, cool, that's some nice drinking money, right? We show up, there's a massive protest going on with our names on the sign. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What
thanks.
did we do?
Actually, Jim's working a dog fight this weekend.
We just
The
want to...
North Fork Dog Fighting Association.
No, that's New Year's Eve. It's an 8 o'clock
right,
show.
my God.
At the
North
old
Fork.
Westbury Music Fair. If you want tickets, you go to
Shut
Ticketmaster
up.
tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Goes on sale.
There you go.
See?
Like, we just want to throw T-shirts out, collect a couple $100, and we're dealing with fucking protesters, like throwing shit at our cars and stuff.
Animal hater, right. The dog, and they're showing like they have signs with pictures of greyhounds with big open wounds on them, and
those aren't the dog track dogs. Dog track dogs are treated very
healthy.
well.
Is there any strategy?
It's when they can't run anymore.
I think you have to speak to Cesar Milan. He knows about that stuff.
How could there possibly be strategy? They all look the same and they run the same.
By the way, I saw the dog Cesar Milan last night. I watched an episode of Denise Richards. She looked pretty good. She was
Denise Richards is a psycho.
She didn't seem crazy on that dog show. She seemed very normal.
Psycho, man. The shit I'm reading about her.
Why?
Wow. I gotta piss.
Are you gossiping?
Why is she a psycho?
You're a little gossip.
I want to hear about this.
Well, we can after the break.
All right, since Jim rudely interrupted us, I gotta piss.
He's got to piss too. That's why we're going to break. I'm holding my
It really is
cock.
like
Charlie Sheen.
It's like having LaMotta in the studio.
Yeah.
I gotta piss.
Well, I do. And you're like having LaMotta in studio by looking at you at the end of it.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
A joke certainly needs help when you have to add two endings to it by looking at it. And I'll tell you this, Mr.
The end of it.
All right, fair enough. You
off.
forced me to make a comeback, Colin. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on.
We had you guys in a good place.
And the whole cavalry behind you.
I tried, Colin.
And they had her on tour when they all hated her. Emma, 48.
48.
All that other bullshit, they all hated her. That's her intro.
I thought it was Lulu.
No, Emma, 48. She was on a big tour. They all hated her. Hey, I said, where's the toilet? He said, you're in it. Let's go. Funny guy. That's
true.
why I'm here. That's his comeback. Funny guy. That's why I'm here.
He was horrible.
The greatest.
Know who said he hasn't? Know who said he hasn't watched Raging Bull ever?
I do kind
A
of.
friend of the show, real good friend of the show.
Who?
Let me think. Patrice.
Oh, he's never seen it? Oh, he'd like it. He would. Patrice
Of
would love
course
it.
he would.
He calls it one of those white guy movies that he's never seen.
He's
Exactly
very,
what it is.
He knows white guy culture, though. He's pretty.
Wait,
he's
black
pretty-
guys wouldn't
pretty smart
enjoy
about
Raging
that.
Bull? Why not?
Because their hate for white people is starting to overshadow all their normal behavior.
Just sheer hatred for white people overshadow
That's why
any.
Patrice doesn't like Raging Bull.
Is there really like movies that black guys like better than white guys? Besides, I was gonna say besides the
Of
obvious.
course, are you kidding me?
Jesus.
Like what though? Like I guess what I'm trying to say is Raging Bull
Plane.
seems like it's such a great movie that white, black, blue, who gives a fuck would watch
They
would
give
like
a
that
fuck.
movie.
How's that? They give a fuck. And when I say they, I mean black guys that give a fuck.
Is there black movies that are really good that white guys refuse to watch?
Yeah.
Like what?
That fucking Tyler Perry shit. I don't know one motherfucking white guy that
No,
would go
no,
see
no.
that
But that
crap,
was-
and it's
hold
top
on.
grossing shit
that-
every time.
But that wasn't up for an Oscar. Let's go down that.
Oscar
Raging Bull
worthy.
won. I mean, not Best Picture. That
Right,
was.
but that's what I'm saying. It was up for 1 million awards. I'm talking about a movie that was so obviously good by all the critics and all that, but blacks refuse to see it for whatever reason. I wonder if there's a black movie that white guys are like, fuck that.
What do you call this?
Raging Bull is a white. Raging Bull's a white cast.
Yeah.
You're looking for a movie that was like Oscar worthy with a majority with.
Malcolm X, a lot of
majority.
white people probably
Okay.
saw, but a lot more probably didn't see it than
Right.
saw it, considering
Exactly.
the fact it had Denzel Washington and it was as high profile a film.
Get
as it
on the
was.
bus. How about Get on the Bus? I ain't seeing Get on the Bus.
Let's get on the bus.
That was Spike Lee's movie about the Million Man March.
Oh, okay.
That was
Get
good,
on the
actually,
bus.
with Ozzie Davis.
Shut up.
It was good. I
Oh,
like it.
sorry. I thought I was
Spike Lee.
Colin for a second.
Spike Lee is good. You guys, Spike Lee is a fucking great director, man. He's a great.
Okay, now I will say it.
Yes,
Now
what?
Shut up.
No, he's a great director. You're wrong.
God, you're so stupid.
No, I'm not. He's a great
he
director.
stinks.
He's very good.
He's got all he's got is no. He's made 2 good movies his whole life.
Which
and
was
Get on
what?
the Bus, not
Which
one of
was
them.
what?
I love Get on the Bus, by the way. The one scene where he goes, they explain to Richard Belzer how the white people in the civil rights movement really were not legitimate, and it didn't matter.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about his point of view.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I don't
Whoa,
remember.
whoa. Point of view is not part of a great director. What is he? Great camera angles?
No.
You know nothing.
No,
Shut your mouth,
I like
phony.
his directing. I like his directing very
Point
much.
of view is not part of a directing. I thought it was the most important part.
No, because his point of view is
You
shitty. That's
charlatan.
fine.
Go
No, he
piss.
can have a shitty point of view.
You have a shitty point of view. That's true, but
That's not true. He can have a shitty point of view. It doesn't mean he's a bad director.
Oh,
That's
I
silly.
can't even discuss this with you.
You're going to tell me that he's not innovative like fucking...
No, I think he's a fucking film school fucking amateur. Is how innovative he is.
No.
Why? Because he takes the dolly and pushes it on people's faces.
No, I actually don't like
Go
that.
piss, you
I
know
hate
nothing.
that.
No,
I
School
hate that.
Days
when
is
they're
fucking- was a
walking
good film.
and they're
School
just they're
Get him outta
floating
here.
through the air. I
Get him
hate
outta
that
here, bro.
fucking.
I like Spike. I like
Get
him.
him
I've
outta
always
here.
liked him.
Get
I've
him
liked
outta
him
here.
fucking since...
Get him out.
Since when he played Mars Blackman. I like the fucking... the first one he did about Nola Darling. What the fuck was that movie called? She's Gotta Have It. That was a fucking... an inventive,
Please
interesting
get him
movie.
out.
No, he's wrong.
I'm not even going to look at him.
And these
You're
guys
not gonna
like
look
each
at
other,
you.
by the way. I just
So
want to
you-
remind the
so you
listeners.
Honestly, I don't like Jim right now. What he's talking
I
about.
happen
I'm
to
going
like
to
Spike
remind the
Lee as a
listeners that
director very
Colin Quinn and
much.
Jim Norton
I don't like Jim
each
right
other.
now. I'm being very honest.
He
Believe it or
doesn't
not.
because he doesn't like that. I like Spike.
Are you up for a Spike Lee movie?
I've never been. No.
Oh, okay.
I met him once and he was kind of douchey to me actually.
I like
But
Patrice O'Neill because Patrice O'Neill, Spike Lee was like saying, "Hey man, give me a call." I was like, "Yeah man, call my agent," and he like totally sabotaged himself with
Spike called him personally because Spike liked Patrice.
That's
He
what I love
reused the
about
guy
Patrice.
over and over.
Yeah.
And Patrice is so stupid. Spike is like
He's
trying
not
to.
stupid. He's great because he's a sabotaging comedian. He's like, "Fuck you."
Well, sabotaging, yes. But Spike is like, look, I really want you to be on hold for this movie. And Patrice was like trying to go out for pilot season, and Spike just went, all right, then.
No,
And hung up
Patrice
on him.
wasn't trying to go off a pilot season.
He wanted to be available, I think.
Patrice just doesn't like people trying to get cocky with him, and that's what's beautiful.
And help him. Patrice doesn't like help and niceness.
Well, I've got a couple more that are sitting right in this room. You don't like help or niceness.
I like help.
Yeah.
I like help. Opie's going to get my password and fix my
I'm
manifesto.
going to make you famous after your death. That's my new goal.
Oh, Colin's very famous. He's just,
I'll have my
is.
name on the book, though. That'd be cool.
Colin, you walk down the streets of Manhattan on a daily basis. How many people come up to? It's got to be a fuckload of people come up to you and say, "Colin,
Yeah, what
hey,
are you doing?
Colin."
What's going on? Yeah.
what happened
Yeah.
to you?
What? Oh my God! You are a prick. What happened to you?
Yeah, people go, what are you up to, man? Why aren't you doing nothing?
I didn't mean that, stupid. I just meant because you got fat. I wasn't insulting your work. I'm insulting your physical presence.
God damn! I fucking love these guys.
I think I have to give up. I
fucking
tried
love
for you,
these
Colin.
guys.
I tried today, buddy. Let's say hi to Tony in Pittsburgh. Tony!
Malcolm X was a very good movie.
What happened to the break?
You don't like
Tony.
Malcolm
Yeah,
X?
right. What happened to the piss?
I don't know.
Well, those are two good movies, Spike. I'm going to say Do the Right Thing.
I'm
was
not
one.
talking to him
But I want-
again about the subject.
This
Why?
is true.
I really might.
Hold on. Well, I want to move on here.
This is true. Tony in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Hi. Look at that.
Teddy, maybe.
All right, whatever.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Whatever. Hey, fucking a white movie that black people love, Scarface.
Yep,
Yep.
They love it.
Scarface.
They love it.
they really do.
Great.
Scarface just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
the blood
got
is so
the
fake.
music and the sound is really
How about the
bad.
fucking montage? Take it to the limit.
Take it
Yeah.
to the limit.
Awful montage.
Yeah.
The music's awful. The blood is awful. All the special effects are
Yeah, the
awful.
sound of the gunfire is horrid.
bad?
Yeah, really
It's
bad.
really bad.
You gotta
It's-
remix that movie or something.
Now the leg, eh? My fucking manager knows that guy. He's like a piano player.
course he does.
He's like a piano player. The
Where
guy
do
who
you meet
played
him,
Hector.
Guam?
No, I don't know. No, David, the older one.
Oh, sorry.
His name is Hector. He's like a fucking classical musician. The guy who played the fucking guy.
I will pay them back in spades, Tony.
The guy who fell on his fucking he fell on his own chainsaw. That silly
Yeah.
goose.
You called me
I
a
like the
liar,
cop.
Frank? Oh yeah, Mel Bernstein.
Yeah.
All right, we can fix that.
Yeah.
Like even after his shot, he's thinking,
Wait a
all right.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Can't kill a cop. When he fucking goes, and we'd like to go to maybe you could throw in, every month.
Yeah, every month.
And we'd like to go take the little lady to England. 2 tickets, first class.
Smile more, Tony. Every day above ground is a good one.
After Frank gets shot and the cop's sitting there just like, Tony, you know how it is.
Yeah, he goes, I told him. Don't make no sense killing you.
Fuck.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
There you
Woo, here it is.
The montage.
Nice. It's a montage. Nice. They're fucking dealing. Money's being counted.
Take it to the limit.
Buying cars and tigers.
Yeah.
Great
The world
shit.
is yours.
Yes.
And he buys that fucking, what was she, Jewish? The one who played his Cuban sister?
Yeah.
With that fucking poofy hairdo?
No,
Fucking
Gina
Sam
Gianfranco, I think
Afro.
she's
No,
tired.
it's Isabella Rossellini.
That her?
wasn't. No, it's not.
No, Anna Maria Alberghetti.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't
Something like
know
that,
who it
right.
was.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, she was in something else.
I
but
like
can't
Michelle
remember.
Pfeiffer.
What was her name? What was her
Yes.
name?
Well, hold on. I'm going to confirm.
Show 5 was never better. She goes, and with kids, I don't know if there's a nanny, I guess.
Who does this song, by the way? That voice sounded really familiar from every fucking movie that was in the 80s.
Yeah.
It sounded like Survivor, but it's not.
Survivor? Who was it? Oh, forget it.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was
You're
fucking
trying to
great.
figure it out.
The Babylon Club again, Frank. What a
was-
cunt. Fucking cunt. She did nothing but do coke and sleep all day, and she was criticizing where the guy wanted to go have a burger.
Maybe the catcher in your little league team.
Yeah.
Who want to kill me?
He hasn't gotten a base hit all year. I should kill him. Fucking idiot.
Are we ready for leaks?
Oh, yes, piss time.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Ah,